Hello, folks, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Alright, so we have theoretically a new companion, which would be great. Yeah, Wolshift should theoretically be it. You're going to be useless. There's nobody else you really want to talk to, is there? I mean, so we could talk to Wolshift now. But didn't we have... Oh, here we go. I don't think talking to Urbeth's going to be that helpful. Anybody else want to talk to? I have no idea who Helor is. Who the hell is Helor? Let's go over and talk to Helor. Then maybe Sela. Then maybe get the hell out. Tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely gray and shorn close to his head in a military style. He is lean and well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. Don't see a monocle there. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest that here is the man who is always ready to be on the move. Greetings. I'm Hylor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region, Medev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with the demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of the Society. But I've made a lot of acquaintances among local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. So we can hire mercenaries through you. Well, I'm kind of curious about this Spinner of Nightmares. It all began with the task of the Pathfinder Society, which is basically an adventurers guild, if I remember correctly. Yeah, basically an adventurers guild. I arrived in Erosion with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falron. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falron was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, called themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind, had gotten a foothold in the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims, and targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with prone victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. And when they returned, they were different. Almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their minds. They transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of the Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles of Mendev, but Baron Falron stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath, and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's Pit of Vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could. But the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter, Lori, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From that I learned the name of my enemy, Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt has begun. I will get Lori back at any cost. Alright. We do need good training. I'll get a great mentor for Absalom. For the first 2 times, I'll train your fighters free of charge. Great. Select a character. Oh, you can retrain. Okay, so... here's my thinking. If we can re-choose our subclass, I would totally do it. Because when I was originally envisioning a Monk Slayer multi-class build, I was envisioning Flurry of Blows. Now, the problem with Scaled Fist, and one thing we're not really using, is this skill down here, right? The Inspire Courage. Don't get me wrong, it's a great skill. I like it. The mix of Bard and Monk together, I think, really works out. But we did sacrifice Flurry of Blows for this. But if we have Sneak Attack as well as Flurry of Blows, that means every single Flurry of Blows attack gets a Sneak Attack on it, which would be great. So that's what I was originally envisioning. So if we can choose that, that'd be fantastic. So that's what I'm going to try for here. That's me. Custom, we'll go ahead and use the same. It's funny we can re-choose. Okay, so maybe we do choose everything else normal. Alright, let's keep the same photo. These, by the way, I haven't done it yet, but I'm totally going to put it up on Nexus mods. Because I'm not going to be able to use all these, but these have got to be used by somebody. Like, they're just too fantastic. It is kind of funny we can change everything about ourselves. Like, this isn't retraining. This is a complete and total, like, retcon of everything. But, alright, so we're going to still do Monk. It is kind of funny you can just do everything, though. That's great. We're going to do Scaled Fist. Because then at least then we do get the Flurry of Blows. We're going to go half orc still. We're going to do human raise so we get the additional skill point. We're going to go ahead and do oblet, and I believe, yeah, wisdom instead of charisma when attempting things. Yeah. Improved unarmed strike as a background feat isn't bad. But I think we'll go ahead and do acolyte. Okay, so we do all of our stats all over again. Having Dex as our go-to, I think, is probably a good idea. We'll put Wisdom up, because that's also good. Get my Charisma up a little bit, Intelligence, Constitution up, and we're done. If I drop... I don't want to drop Con. I should probably up Strength a little bit. Let me drop Charisma. Because we don't need Charisma anyway, because we're going to be using Wisdom as our Persuade check, so that's fine. There's probably other things we need Charisma for, but mainly only if we're going to multiclass in Cleric, and that's not likely. So I think this is okay. I'd rather Con was up a little higher, but having a really high Dex is probably good. This boosts our AC a bit. Not to mention, we'll be able to make it so that in our next bit over here, okay, we'll be able to make it so that we get to use our Dex to hit, which will be great. So let's throw up our Lore and Nature, or Religion, Athletics, Mobility, Persuasion. I was going to do Perception. Drop Religion and get Perception instead. Lore and Nature is based on Wisdom ability score. Okay. It's funny, I thought that'd be higher. Anyway. Okay, so we can do Weapon Finesse, which would count as our fist for the light weapon. But I think what we did before was the orcs get, iron hide. So we get additional armor. So we'll just go ahead and keep some of these the same we'd had before. We'll do dodge, because again, more AC is good. We'll have the same god, which was, which one was it? Aurori, right? I think we went through a whole thing about this guy's like ideal for him, because it's all about self-perfection, knowledge, enlightenment. Not quite Buddhist, but close enough. Okay, we're basically lawful neutral, though siding towards lawful good is probably true. So funny everything changed. Why did it not change my gender? It's over here, isn't it? Yep, that was me. That was me. Okay. There we go. It's funny that it's not available on here, though. Do slightly darker tones, lighter... there we go. That's actually pretty good. Slight change, but that's okay. Face-wise, I think I like number 1 the best. Hairstyle, I think we assume none, I think was how we're going to go with that. With just a smattering of a beard. Yeah, there you go. No war paint. Clothes color, whatever. We can keep that as is.
We do it my way.
We went for... What did we go for? Was it pragmatic? Or... No, it was wise.
Combat is adjourned.
Not sure wise entirely makes a whole lot of sense, because we're no longer a sensei, but, still a monk, so sure. If I can remember how to spell the name. Had a U in it, didn't it? There we go. I think that was it. Oh, now I'm kind of doubting myself now. Pretty sure that was it. We definitely kept the 1-1. I remember doing that specifically.
I need to concentrate.
Let's see. Right, the armor class here is bugged. Don't believe it. Do not believe it. Okay, so that's done there. And then we go ahead and do our level up. The first level was in level 2 of a monk. That's fine. We get evasion, which is probably good. So we get a reflex saving throw, theoretically, and also scaled bonus feat, which is great. Another skill point, so we'll go ahead and do more nature, more persuasion, maybe. And I don't know, I figure perception is always a good idea in these games. How about some more knowledge world? Okay. In here, Let's see. Crane style? Only -2 penalty on attack rolls for fighting defense, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. It's different than we chose before, but that's okay. I don't think we got a bonus feat before, so I think that's fine. And level 3, we will go for Slayer. That gets us, eventually, with 3 levels, we'll get the sneak attack. So I think we still had Deliverer, right? I think that was it. I don't think the rest of these were good for us. I mean, leading your allies to victory is kind of what we're going for when we were a sensei. We get a bond. Grant your steady bonus, whereas just Deliverer, we determine Zeal. Okay, gains a +2 on will saving throws against that opponent's abilities, as well as the benefit of the Die Hard feat until the end of his next turn. The Die Hard feat basically means you can't drop, at least not in first turn. As long as you get healed, you're fine. As long as they're evil, and that's basically all we're going to be fighting in this campaign, is what it looks like, so that's fine. Let's up our perception again. Persuasion. We have Camilla for trickery and stealth. Trickery anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. Stealth I'm not going to worry about either. Keep upping athletics and mobility maybe, and then maybe 1 point in lore religion so we have something there, because it can't be used untrained. Okay, and then the feat we had here was the weapon finesse, right? Because we did light weapon, and unarmed strikes count as a light weapon. That gives us a small bonus. Okay. So now if I look... Okay, yes, Knight Commander has prepared this spell. Who's Knight Commander? Not inspected. Okay. That's basically... So that's always on now. Which is great, because then I can do fighting defensively. And now it's only a -2 penalty instead of what it would normally be, I think, a -4. Yeah. Okay, so I think... Yeah, so you gain +1 dodge bonus your armor class. Okay, so if I look at my character sheet... That's still wrong. With the ring of protect, yeah, see, that's still wrong. Not sure why it's saying 19. It should be 21, I would think. It was before. Well, now I'm puzzled. Oh, sorry, we're gonna talk to Sela. Hey there, during that march to the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. Okay, sure. Let's see. Let's know more about you. Where are you from? A little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Imode. I was accepted and began my trading at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other place. I couldn't mend it by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. Travelers expect to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of any interest. I'd like to save them for our next feast. Others won't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging, and that just won't do. Especially since I'm willing out with my cautionary tale of battle with chupacabras. Alright, but you can't tell me a story about fighting chupacabras and not follow through. What are chupacabras, by the way? Incredibly repulsive, magical beasts, fast and dangerous. They can... Wow, looks like someone's fooled me to start the tale. Guess now to start the whole story. Picture a small town in Cadria. And down the dungeon, there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows already built for them. The rope's been bought. But sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin of Imode appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they'll live. If they survive, that is. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are, traveling to the desert, me and my friend, a priestess of Serenity, along with the little rat rope fellow who've asked for our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the Ratfolk village and see their bodies lying around, all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little Ratfolk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went all on brazen-like. The sun was high, and vampires couldn't attack until dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the Ratfolk, and Kira. That was the name of the priestess. And we all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabras surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, our ratfolk wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of blasted monsters clenched on Kira's shoulder, right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kira. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, this was it. A moment before we were lost, and a moment later we had it back under control. Chupacabras dropped dead one by one. Little ratfolk is reunited with his family, who were hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. And the gods keep his soul on the journey to the afterlife. It's a pretty good story. Could have died in disgrace on the gallows, but instead he died a hero. And I'd fancy that stunt earned him some points in his final judgment. It's smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kira, and all the ratfolk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. By the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. So, what made you become a paladin of Mimo Day? Her gaze sharpens momentarily, then she sighs. That's a serious question, and a good one. You should ask it of your companions. It's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solka with other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought, I was a hired sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? Back then, Solka was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People were there, heard about new deaths before they finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Imode brought a glimmer of hope to the city. But while others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of those pretty swords would fetch. At least, a thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knight's camp and steal one of the mithril helms. Sela pauses, her voice sad and measured. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Akame was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll like all those others, she'd fearlessly driven to the gates of Sokol. That one blow was fatal, but who was really blamed for her death? The gnoll attacker, or the young thief named Sela? I live in a seemingly small misdeed and have terrible consequences. I ride 1,000 times over. Hate to say it, but I just didn't see it back then. And if I had never got that lesson, my eyes would probably never been opened. Who knows what would happen to me if it wasn't for Akame and her bravery, and her death. Maybe the world would know Sela as a bandit, not a knight and a protector of those in need. There's a saying I like to remember. People rarely find redemption on their own. Someone must show them the way. Glad you rascal brought me into the ranks of Imode's warriors. We all chose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some were guided by nobility of spirit, some by a desire to find injustice. I became who I am through a penance and a debt unpaid. The day Akame died, protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. But then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better. And I decided that instead, I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been, and protect the innocent she would no longer be able to protect. It's a cool idea. What are the principles? I'll tell you, I'd like to recite our code. Feels like I've said it 1,000 times, but it never gets old. There's strength in these words. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the inheritor. I will channel her strength to my body. I will shine in her legion, and I will not tarnish her glory through base actions. I am the first into battle, and the last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honor sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honor of my fellows, both thought and deed, and I will have faith in them. When in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender, but I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honor to worthy enemies and contempt to the rest. I will suffer death before dishonor. I will be temperate in my actions and moderate in my behavior. I will strive to emulate Imode's perfection. Cool. Thank you. Okay, Jana Ardori is missing. Do you know where we could look for her? Everybody's worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Canabra a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. So we should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Jana's a good fighter, even if she is green. She couldn't have become an Aldori otherwise. But that means she's alright. It's funny Aldori's not highlighted, but Aldori are like premier duelists. They're like I'm I mean, they're supposedly really good fighters, but they're an exclusive club for sure. Okay, thank you for speaking with me, so I guess we'll just go. We found a, well, not really a clue. It'll have to do. Pink eye? Okay. You're Indara, hello. An imposing young Aureate surrounded. Aureate is one of the stone people, I think. Surrounded by a crowd of crusaders who are hanging on to her every word. Well, this example clearly illustrates the difference between just legionnaires from the last war and the Crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they were imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine. Not a ragtag bunch of individuals, but a united whole. Now, tell me again why I'm supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults, where everyone is fighting for their ego and the right to beat their peers to a swift but pointless, heroic sacrifice? Some of the Crusaders grumble unhappily, but it's clear they are captivated by the woman's words. The only exception is a scraggly and disheveled halfling monk, whose puffy black eye gives him away as a brawler and a troublemaker, otherwise known as Pink Eye, okay. He enthusiastically pushes forward and tries to engage, but one of his friends swiftly jabs him in the back with an elbow, making the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. Got ourselves a student in warfare? Lumen gives you a suspicious look and raises an eyebrow. Were your words meant to recognize my achievements, or to start a fight the way Mendavian Crusaders usually do? One of the Crusaders angrily curls his fist tightly and retorts with a burst of passion. If those gists of yours, or whatever, had come for us, we'd have had their guts for garters. You think we never fought a mighty adversary before? The soldier's stern facade cannot fully conceal his relish. He clearly plans to enjoy this confrontation. The Crusaders around him look upon their exotic opponent with a mixture of irritation and piqued interest. Bowman chuckles before cutting off her interculator. I would love to see you storm a 60-foot-tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries siege or fortifications on its back. And I'll have you know this fortification were defended by Jiskin priest craftsmen armed with demon-bound war machines. They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. Bowman gives the people around her a triumphant look and adjusts her clothes with pointed nonchalance. Her voice takes on a lecturer's tone. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. Someone looks at you and flashes an amused smile. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? Okay. My intelligence is not high. This is not going to go well. Yeah, much as I would love to try to delve into this, there's no way. I have wisdom, but not a whole lot of intelligence. I don't think that's going to work for me. Yeah, I don't have time for idle chit-chat. Yep, too bad. Okay, anybody else around here? You peasant survivor, citizen survivor. I think that's it. Alright, I think it's time to go out in the world. We respect. That's my main thrust. I'm kind of curious about this, but... And we got +2 armor bonus, so maybe we are 21? We fight defensively? I've been fighting defensively the whole time, I might as well get a bonus out of it. Though I'm still alone. It's not encouraging. Don't know who you guys are. Oh, he's a big one. Who are you? I mean, he's just casually talking to some people here. Commander, look what we got here. Alright, you're Beth. You two mad? Whatever possessed you to steal the gem golem from the Tower of Estrid Museum? Explain yourselves. We didn't steal nothing, Commander. We saw some looters dragging it down the street and we captured it. Now the shiny fellow's by our rights. That shiny fellow belongs to the treasury. The inlay alone is worth more than a castle. Jordan, see that no one lays so much as a finger on the golem and plucks out a single gem. The same goes for you two. Your new mission is to guard this shiny fella. Goes by a little too fast, but okay. I mean, pretty handy to have a golem around. He's got to be pretty... He's going to be pretty good in a fight, I would expect, but maybe I'm wrong. Can we go look at the golem? Can we talk to him? Prestigia Painter Golem. Talk to you? Magnificent glittering golem, encrusted with gems and covered in intricate flowery embossing, triumphantly exclaims, "Happy to be of service. May shell and brighten vivify your day." Alright, what are you? I'm a Prestigia Painter Golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by a Zenti cleric of Shailen, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries, I've resided at the Temple of the Sunrise Chrysanthemums in Tianjia. But then the good cleric saw fit to offer me as a gift the Mendavian Crusaders, so that you can share in the beauty I can create. Alright, can you do anything useful? My creators grant me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like to see me cast an illusion over your armor to make it green? Green is a very pleasant color. Match your eyes. Okay. Okay, we know how you ended up here. What can you do to help the war effort? I mean, illusion spells can be useful, but prestidigitation, well, it's a cantrip. How do I think that's going to be useful in battle? I was not designed for any type of combat, yet I can bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Okay, go ahead and cast illusion on my gear. What the hell? Happy to be of service. Okay, so we can go ahead and choose something. So, here, go ahead and take my... I don't have, like, any real armor. Here, take my cloak. Transferring item. I don't know what that means. Can I do that? No. Can I do that? Nope. Do that? Nope. How about you? Nope. No idea what transferring item means. Shared stash. I need the chainmail. Here, change this item. I'm not sure what's happening here. Get me out. Get me out. Okay, well, so you're useless. Hey, Joran. Grizzle dwarf turns a blade in his callous hands, carefully inspected its edge. When he sees you approaching, he sets the blade aside and sees you with a nod. You face in the city. It's a good time to come to Canabra. You can see we're in sore need of warriors. Right, show me your wares. So I do have some other stuff in here that we weren't able to sell before, so let me just go ahead and dump those on you. I can't wear any armor, being a monk. Deceiving facade. When they receive a critical hit, they are effective a mirror image spell. Lasts for 2 rounds. Kind of cool, but only a +1. Do we have a good compound bow we can use that's magical? Because that'd be awesome. I do not see one. A lot of crossbows, but otherwise not so much. Star knives? I don't... That seems really difficult to use. You'd have to hold it in the middle the whole time. That seems troublesome. Oh, masterwork longbow. Okay, based on what you're wearing, buddy. No. It's worse. Composite longbow is better. 6 to 13 is the composite longbow, and it just no comparison then. Well then. Much as I would love you to have other weapons, it looks like we're stuck where we are. Composite short bow? Close. Close, but not quite. Ooh, quiver of cold iron hunt. That could be good. 50 units, but that's still pretty decent. Yeah, definitely take that. Benefit to being masterwork is usually an added 1 to your attack roll, usually, I would think. But I don't see that in here. Even though I don't see it in here, I'm going to go ahead and buy it anyway. The Quiver of Cold Iron animation, I think maybe go ahead and buy 2 of those. Like, 100 cold iron might be the difference. Because otherwise, I don't think it's going to work out too well, but we're going to fight a lot of demons. In fact, go ahead and, yeah, buy some more. We can spare the extra cash. So make that deal. I can't trade out my... Can I trade out my stuff yet? I go to you. Oh, here we go. Okay, so go to weapons. Use that instead. And where's the quiver at? Name from... Okay, type in... Not actually sure. Date from newest to oldest? Okay, there we go. Okay, so you have a quiver there. So we need to select that in order to make it work, but that's okay. Otherwise, they'll just shoot normal arrows, which I'm fine with. Okay, great. Get out of here. I don't know where the hell we need to go, though. Do we just leave? we can leave. There's an area exit there. An area exit anywhere else? I can look over here. Can't go through that door for some reason. I have no idea what this is. I'm really tempted. What is this? It was right next to where we came in. Okay, protect the area around it from the corruption in the abyss. Don't know what that's going to do for us yet, but they haven't really explained the abyss, really. Okay, maybe I have to be near it in order to actually know that it's an exit. So we can probably exit through any of these doors. Let's get out. There. Now he's part of our party. Looks like we can have one more. So we'll find somebody out there eventually. Let's go. First, keep her distant from fellow warriors. Hard to tell if this arrogance. Oh, okay. Hello. Map of the city of Canabra. Move to the visible part of the map. Use WASD. Travel to the locations you discovered. Hover your mouse over them and click left mouse button. Some locations may not be available for travel for various reasons. You explore the map and progress through. You will discover new locations and routes. Traveling between locations, you may be attacked by enemies, so be sure you got enough rest and don't let them take you by surprise. Okay. Fallen horse. Well, that's the closest one, so let's go for this. The bloody carcass of a strong steed with a broken leg is covered in mangled armor. The saddlebag is intact. You can procure some regions for creating consumable items later. Sure, why not? Let's go here. Travel. Collect. Okay, done. So the thieves' hideout's not behind the wall. There is a giant rift, and that seems troublesome, so we probably can't go that way, much as I would love to. We need to find a way around. That giant rift is an issue. I really doubt... Maybe we can do this? Oh, that is a long route. If you go through the market square to do that, how about this one up here? Theoretically, there's a straight path. That seems questionable, but sure. Let's go and satisfy Woljif's quest here, then. Let's go. Click. 2 hours. All right, travel. Okay, some bad guys. It's okay. Probably need the experience, and we'll get to test out our new build. All right, here we go. Okay, just a bunch of bugs. That's not too bad. They do get to go first, though. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright. Camilla, you probably want to step back here. You could hex them, but it does seem like, yeah, you're definitely in touch distance here. Though, I'm still going to get... See, I'm trying to do the 5-foot step here, but it doesn't always work. In fact, it's never worked. I would love to take 5-foot step back and not proc and attack of opportunity. That's the whole point of the 5-foot step. And just don't move towards the other guy. Now, see, you keep wanting to take 6 feet. That's not going to do it. There's a bad guy like right behind you too, so that's not good either. Yeah, I think you get an attack of opportunity regardless. Alright, well if that's true, then go ahead and just poke this thing. It's on level 3. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, don't... What? Why did you... What? I'm unclear why you cast Cure Light Wounds there. It's very strange. I thought I was attacking. Cure Light Wounds is... Okay, you know what? Just... No. Okay, Woljif. You can charge, you can do Burning Hands. All creatures in a 15-foot cone. That's pretty good. Put you right in the middle here. So, how often can you do that? You can do that once per day. Okay. Same with grease. So, once per day. Color sprays once per day. Okay, I expected you to be a rogue, but you're more of a sorcerer. Oh yeah, you're totally a sorcerer. Alright, Dazzle the Spider. Made his Fortitude save, which is too bad. Okay, but that's basically your move. I guess you can come over here. Try to get behind him. For some reason, I thought you were a rogue. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, Goward. Couldn't fight him.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Okay. Big ol' whizzes. Lon, go ahead and shoot this guy, maybe. Deadly aim. We want the damage rolls. What's this guy's armor class? Right. Can I see that? It's coming up before. There we go. 18. Probably point blank shot. Don't worry about deadly aim right now.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Okay, solid damage. Fiendish Fly misses Camilla. Sela. Go and just try to strike. There you go. Good hits, good hits. You can't move for some reason, so you're done. Camilla is in danger. I'm gonna go ahead and move her. Move over here. Yeah, she took the frickin' hit. Alright, then go ahead and Hex to drop the armor class down. Okay, Wooljiff, go ahead and do maybe a Ray of Frost on this guy. Ow. Reduce damage. Yep, I know. Attempt to leave melee, range attack, casting a spell, drink your potion. Characters leaving melee can make a mobility skill check to attempt doing so without provoking an attack. Okay. Trying to close them, but yeah, that's what I mean, I didn't have a choice, so it's not like I could really do anything about it. Okay, Goward. Maybe don't fight defensively. Still got dodge on. But without fighting defensively, you're not getting the armor bonus, so. Okay, so you still want that on. Go up here and attack him. There we go. Yeah, so he gives us more chances to hit, which I like. Solid there. Solid there, Lon. Good job. Good job. Alright, go ahead.
No glory without risk.
Oh, nope. I just wanted to loot the bodies. Which we cannot do. Alright, so we can leave. We're mostly fine. Camilla took a little bit of a hit, but otherwise we're good. I don't think we need to heal up, necessarily. Let's leave. Let's see if we can actually make it to this. Yeah, we're going to the Thief's hideout. Go. Defender's Heart's probably safe. Yeah, see, we made it across the rift, no problem. Alright, not sure exactly why the rift is on the map then if it doesn't actually pose any real danger. We did go a little slower across, of course. I see these people are nice. Maybe not so nice when I start looting, but so it goes. Sister Charisme, hello. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separated from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of a knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Wooljiff, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swim by sooner, dear Sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next... Well, no, I was still in shackles. And I was being watched, and the chief got me out. I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were gonna wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Erebeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Alright, well, I mean, I don't know if it matters, but in a court of law, the burden of proof lies in the accuser. Well, at least, I guess in the United States, it's kind of a newish thing in the 17th century, but we'll just assume it's just standard here. He speaks. I thought Wooljiff only brought you so you'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. In a single fluid motion, Charisme adjusts her grip on her knife so she's now holding it by the blade as preparing to throw it. Burden of proof? Are you a city guard or something? I don't know how it is with your lot, but in the family, the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. Okay. Well, Canabre is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? She purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal. And it's something we do not forgive. We don't forget anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors, well, let's just say, I'll wish I was burning in Canabras. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take that chance. Till I find out who the traitor is here, no one is leaving. Okay, well, Woljif, tell us your side of the story. What happened? What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Karazmi got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. She rounds us up and says we got a score. Ancestries and wonders, in one place no one's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. By now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come in our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know it by magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us would be hanging out at the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. The job was top secret. True so far. Go on. We did everything right with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock. I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on lookout. Brother Melrune had the scroll. Doffy, Taffy, and Varnier brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. Crawled under a table after it. The next thing I know, Erebus was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was gonna wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me up by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. And, to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything? Where's the Moon of the Abyss? One brother Woljif. What would that be? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the Ancestries and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philemon was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell this jewel in my collection. I used to go there and see what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabra. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew girl was hanging around Ancestries and Wanders, drooling over the Moon of the Abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you get off scot-free with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Okay, but why would Erebeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fellow, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish and selling of a nice Woljif-sized dinner? The Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew Erebus people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them, and now you come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Philemon. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 hells of her money all rolled up into one. And Silo, of course, backing up her wife here. She speaks the truth. Or not her wife, her friend. Sorry, wife is Erebeth. You'll find some friend knights who takes bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth Terrorblade isn't one of them. So go on, Woljif. That's a whole story. Some family this turned out to be. Just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Karazmi, I'll find it, and I'll drag the traitor here by his horns just so you don't end up at the bottom of the ceiling. But do you know what you're going to owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone, you're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine, you're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing, turning at night, hearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the families come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath. And that is when we'll get you. Got that? Got away with words, this scares me. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal, Erebeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her to rat us out. I'll let you do the talking. Alright, fine. We'll find the real traitor. And I'll give my apology. Onward to Erebeth, Chief. Let's go here and make our own good name. We're out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Fair. Fair. Okay, so we need to go back to Erebeth in order to see if she'll talk. It'd be funny if she just stumbled upon them. That's a story no one's going to believe, but we can try it. Okay, travel. It's funny it takes only an hour to get back. Yeah, enter here. See if Erebeth's willing to talk to us. It'd be kind of funny if she says, I don't know. Just happened to go on by. That'd be freaking hilarious. And who knows, maybe there's like a ward of bad luck on the area. Wouldn't that be something? You go in without the proper authorization, you get bad luck. I don't know if that's necessarily a thing, but it would be funny. Okay, Erebeth is over here. Here we go. Erebeth. Never gonna believe the story I just heard. Okay, there's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who is your informant among the thieflings? Canopus is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves? I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me a note, and disappeared. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face. The horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancestral Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us a contract's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Aurora. The shop's owner must have escaped. There's a chance you get lucky with the golem. Okay. Alright, what's our main objective, by the way, of this whole bloody war? Hear what the demons said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier on the Worldwood. That'd be an worse disaster than the Worldwood's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabra, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that, no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Imode's gift must not become a weapon of the abyss. Okay, right. Okay, so we can go talk to the golem. Golem head is probably downstairs, my guess would be. That's outside. Where's downstairs again? It's to the kitchen, isn't it? Yeah, down here. I'm wondering if maybe we chose the wrong respec, but we'll see. So, golem head. Don't really see a golem head here. Wait, is there something over here? It's another lever. Oh yeah, that probably takes me outside. Or does nothing at all. I don't see a golem head. There's Delvin the guard over there, but that's it. There's no reason why they would keep the golem head in there. Oh, we need to actually go to Ancestries and Wonders. That's where it is. Okay. That's what it is. Okay, I thought for some reason we needed to... I thought they brought it over here, but I guess there's no reason why they would bring a broken golem head to a place of refuge, right? Just wouldn't happen. Alright, well, then we'll figure it out. For right now, thanks for watching. This has been Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm Peace Universe here, Peace Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.